See, today, what we will do, let us try to develop one simple ABAP program. ABAP, not your HR ABAP. Please remember, we are going to create one simple program. Then we are going to convert that simple program to ABAP HR. Okay. So what are the changes that we are going to do? We will see. Make
Okay.
sense? See, because directly if we get into ABAP HR, so we may get a little bit confused. Since we are aware of ABAP, let us try to create one ABAP program.
Okay.
Yeah, and here we will try to utilize some HR tables so that no, it will be easy for us to because we need to talk in terms of HR terminologies now, right? Info types, so info cubes, etc., etc. Okay, just let us follow that.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. First, see there are some important info types which generally we will use. See, the moment you are into this ABAP HR, we need to remember certain info types. Okay, they are very generic in nature. So particularly when actually you are going to deal with your PA, that is nothing but my personal administration. So in this we are having, they are very common. So they will be used across the reporting. Okay. They are just, I will list out some of the info types. Okay, they are very common info types.
Please
Yeah,
continue with your session, right? And
yeah,
then send me the
recorded session.
right, and then I'll
Yeah,
make sure I look at it tonight before we
sure,
meet again
sure,
tomorrow. Oh,
sure.
thank you
Absolutely,
very much. Thanks, sir.
absolutely. Sure. See, this is called action. What do you mean by action? So in particularly this is important in HR. See, everything is based on triggering. Okay, so the triggering mechanism in HR we call it as actions. For example, hiring is one action, termination is one action. So whenever you are going to perform this action, that means you will be performing this action using PA40 transaction code. Okay, using PA40 transaction code, you are going to perform this action. If you want to hire, will be going to PA40 and you are going to execute this 000 info type. That means you are going to create. Okay, that is the meaning of action here. Then one more is there called 00001. This is called organization details. So it belongs to which organization, what is your position, what is your partner, what type of work you are going to assign, what is the position that you will be assigned. All those things will be available in the 001. The important point here is this 000, sorry, 000 and G0001. These are called basically basic info type. We call it as basic info type. So all the information which is available in our info types. So these two are going to play the role of parential info types. So most of the information which is available here will be used by other info types. Okay, this is one. Next, when actually we are going to deal with this HR, the first and foremost thing is the details of the employee. So that is stored in a info type called 0002, which is nothing but personal details. Person details. So in this you are going to maintain the details of the employee. Okay. Then another important thing is 0006, where you are going to maintain the address of the employee, all the address, permanent address, temporary address, etc, etc, communication address, etc. So these are actually related to your PA. Then one more is there, that is called 0007, which we call it as work time. This is actually your TM related info type, where actually you are going to define the schedule of the work, whether you are coming in shift, if you are coming in shift, what is your shift time. Those type of information will be available in this 0007. Then you are having important info type called 0008, which is nothing but my payroll related salary. Okay, it is salary. So where actually you are going to get the information about your salary structure, what type of components here, components in the sense what are the addition and deduction. Addition means what is your reimbursement, what type of HRA, how much HR you are going to get, any special allowances there, those things they all are earnings. Deduction means your PF is a deduction, tax is a deduction, etc, etc. So these all are called deductions. So those details will be available in this particular info type called 0008, which is payroll related info type. Now sometimes what happens, now once payroll is there, I how actually you are going to store, or how actually you are going to transfer your salary. For that we are going to have one more info type called bank details. Bank details of the employee, how actually what type of bank it is, salary account, account type, salary account, and all those details will be available in 0009. Then this generally you will get 00105. This is for your communication. Why this is very important means, in this info type you will get the relationship between your username, that means SIU name, and the partner. So that link is going to be available in our 105 info type. This is communication info type. This generally you will get a requirement saying that get the uh, SIU name, or get the partner based on the SIU name. Okay, this type of details you will generally get, or requirements. But that is predominantly we will be using this 105 communication. Now from here onwards, see basically what type of reports they expect in HR, what is that we need to do. Okay, so if you see very closely, if you observe very closely, most of the reports information will be revolving around these important 8 info types. Most of the information you will get it from here. For example, I want to have additional information about salary, then I will be going to some other info type. But if I want to get salary information, first and foremost thing is I should know what is the person details. So for example, so when actually you are going to deal with this what do you say, HR stuff, you will come across something like what are the different type of this thing structures you are having. Enterprise structure is there, organization structure is there. So each structure will have its own uh, information which needs to be stored. Okay, so generally you will have two types of infrastructure generally we will come across. For example, if you are in your say SDPP, etc, etc, you will be going to your SPRO and you will be doing all the configuration. In addition to that, here you are having two types of additional structure called enterprise structure and personal structure. Enterprise structure is one where actually you are going to deal with the company code, and you are going to assign the company code to the see, personal area, personal sub area, cost center. These are the important thing you will come across. Personal area is nothing but a place where actually, for example, my personal area is say Asia. Personal sub area means exact location where actually you are belongs to. Okay, those type of things. Then personal structure is nothing but you are having something called uh, I think this will be too much. I will not explain these things. Once we get into the system, I will explain you, then you will understand. So I will not explain too much here. Okay, fine. So these are the things which we need to remember. What is personal area, what is personal sub area, those things we will see in coming classes. So this is done. Now my requirement. What is my requirement? My requirement is there any possibility for me to extract the information of the person? That is very simple requirement. What is my requirement? Please get the information of personal or partner details. That's it, nothing else. So display list of partners. That's it. This is my requirement. This is my first report which I want to you do in my SAP. So now if you want to do this, so what are the things I should know? All right. So if it is our general ABAP, for example, then what I will do, assuming that I want to extract information from SD, say header table VBAK, what I will do, I will declare one internal table, I will declare one structure, then I will write select. Right. This is what I will do. Same thing here also. Here what happens? Since the information is stored in info types and it is a very linear data and very much dependent on your dates, date and time. Big da end are the two important dates which will tell the status of the employee. Okay. Now here what we will do, we are going to create a simple report. When actually you are going to create a simple report, now there is no need for me to actually write the entire stuff. Here what happens, you are going to use something called LDB. This is the first difference you will encounter whenever you are going to deal with your ABAP and ABAP HR. So what is LDB? Logical database is some sort of mini database, I will say. Very simple. It is a mini database where SAP has written. See, we ourselves can create our own custom SLDB, that is a logical database, that is possible. But as of now, we are not going to do that. Let us try to understand the existing LDB, then we will think of creating our own LDB. So in LDB, what happens? We are going to define the selection screen. So in general, there will be a selection screen in LDB. There will be a logic in LDB. There will be authorization check. This is very important. The one of the important aspect of your LDB is it is going to do the authorization check. Okay, then extract info, and it uses two important event called get and put. These are the two events which you will get it in your logical database. So that means what? In the logical database, I will be having the selection screen. I will be having the logic based on that selection screen. You are going to extract the information. Then it will cross check the authentication whether you are eligible to use that particular info type or not. Then based on all the information that you have provided, it is going to extract the information. Then when it extracts the information, it needs to transfer that information from LDB to ABAP. That is your ABAP memory. From ABAP memory, it needs to get the information, right? So vice versa. So these two will happen using a or using events called get and put. Then when actually you are going to work in your ABAP, one, you are going to use LDB. Second, your end of selection will play important role. So this is also going to play an important role for us in the ABAP programming. Okay. So once this is done, what is the next step now? Next step is let us try to create one simple program. Let us see how it works. Before even going there, let us try to understand any one structure. I
Hey,
think I have told, yeah,
no, go
tell
ahead.
me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I think I have told you already what are the different type of info type ranges. See what are the different type of info type ranges that we are going to use in the different ranges. I told you what I will mention it here. So this document is is will be handy. So once this is done, I will be saving and I will be sharing this document to you, so that you can use this document whenever it is required. Handy, that's it. So here
Great.
for personal administration, just I will say, uh, info type numbers allotment for different modules by standard SAP. It is not done by us. So first one we are having something called PA. For PA, it is from 0000 to 0999. This is allotted to PA. Second is your TM. TM. This is from 1000 to 1999. Third one is, say for example, your PD or personal development, or even you can say salary related stuff. This is from 2000 to, oh, acha, acha, acha. See, there is one more is there in between. Let us call that as org management, organization management. This is from 1000 to 1900, and this is actually from 2000, not 1000. This is from 2000 time. That's what I was confused. Okay, 2999, and this is 3000 basically. 3000 to 39999. So then last one is your custom info types, which will start with 9000 to 99999. So this is the four lines. So in this way, the numbering, it is very properly structured in SAP. Just by seeing the name or number of the info type, I can say that this info type belongs to which module. Okay, this is one important point we need to remember. See, once this is done, the next step is what? Let us get into the system now. Let us try to see how these structures are defined. I think I have already explained you this part, that is your screen and other stuff, how actually it will be. So this is also done in a very organized manner. I will say naming convention, naming convention of your info type. So first, if it is P0000, that means this is the info type name. Info type name. Then if it is Q000, this is the structure, screen structure. We call it as screen, STRU or screen structure. Then you are having something called PA0000. That means this is your database table name. Then one important thing is MP000000. That means this is your module pool program name. So this information, it is predefined. So once you know one simple name of the info type, you can extract all the information about that info type, because this is standardized. So it can be 000. Tomorrow if it is 1, you are just going to replace 000 by 0001. Okay, this is standardized, no need for us to worry. So once this part is done, the next part is, now let us go and see how actually this entire stuff is configured in the system. So in order to do that, let me go to system.
can't see your screen right now. You create a program?
No. Are you able to see or not?
No, I
Just
cannot
I'm
see.
logging in. I'm logging in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could just hear you.
You're able to see now?
No, and I will not be able to. I'm away from the computer.
Okay, I will do one thing. I will unshare and share again. I have unshared again. I'm sharing. Let me know once you're able to see. I am in SAP screen. First screen.
Yeah, I only have the audio. I don't have any video. But that's okay. You're recording the session. So.
Yeah, but actually you should see now. Okay. So I will do one thing. Today I will not actually take a very great in-length session because what I suggest is please go through the quality of the recording first. Okay. So if you feel it is comfortable and it is fine means I think it will make sense. Okay. So what I will do
Okay.
today, just I will create one simple program and we will wind up. And I will ask Krishna to share the recording to you. You please go through the recording once, how actually it has come. Okay.
Okay.
We will cover too many things and recording quality is not good, then it is of no use for us, right? Good for nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me go to SC38. I am going to SC38 transaction code and I am going to give, see, naming convention, everything remains same as our normal ABAP. Okay. So what I will do, I will give a name HR1, say create. I have given a name of the program, then I will give it as my HR program. Now here you can see there is something called type. I am going to give. The main thing is you can see there is something called logical database. In
Yes.
this logical database, now we need to give either PNP or NPN. Let us give PNP. I have not done anything, simply I have given on PNP. That's it. Save it. Local object, I am creating one program using logical database PNP. That's it. Now just check it, activate once. If you execute, nothing is coming. Can you see that? If you execute, nothing is coming. Why
Right.
nothing is coming means you need to say, now if you want to display select options, for example, in our normal ABAP, what you need to provide? You need to provide table name, right? Table Mara, select option, SOMATNR for Mara, correct? No?
Correct.
For moderation. Similarly, if you want to see, if you want to get the information about this logical database, let us go there. Let us try to see. Hmm. Okay, anyhow, I will show you that. Here is just give is tables partner. That's it. Abba. It is taking a lot of time, anyways. We are not interested in that. Slash O SC93. I forgotten the transaction code. SM star. Oh, sorry, SLDB it is. Slash N SLDB. So we need to go to SLDB. SLDB is nothing but your logical database transaction code. In logical database transaction code, you provide the name of the logical database. In our case, it is PNP. I have provided PNP. I will say display. See, whenever you are going to provide this, you can see any logical database actually works with one node. In this case the node is Purner. Can you see this? I don't know whether you are able to see or not. The
Yeah.
node is Purner here. Under that node you will be doing all the information. See, for example, you are going to have the screen, selection screen, etc, etc. You can see here selections, what type of selections is available here. If you click this tab you will get. System is bit slow. So you can see all the selection screen available. Then what type of logic they have written, if you want to see you can go to source code. This is the entire logic, it is available here. I want to see something like what are the selection texts. If you want to see you can see that. So more or less all the information related to your logical database you can see using SDLP. So here Purner is there. Simply say Purner first here. No need of this thing. Say Purner. It is not coming. It should come. Yeah, it has come. Activate this. See the node whatever we have defined in the logical database, that name you need to give here. That's it. Once you are able to give that node, if you execute now, the selection screen will appear. I have not created this selection screen, please remember. This selection screen is basically coming from the logical database. Okay, this is what it is.
Okay.
So that means now you will find two things. One is no need for me to worry much about the logic, this thing selection screen, automatically it will come. Now there are chances that I want to add my own selection screen, right? One is standard which LDB is bringing. The other is I want to add my own selection screen and I want to use the entered information as a filter criteria for the extraction of the data. So these are the two things which you will face generally whenever you are going to deal with the HR reports. How to handle those things we will see from next class onwards. So today what I will do, today just I will stop here.